Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, and if you're new around here, I do videos about parenting, lifestyle, vlogs and everything in between. So today's video is a little bit of a different one. I really wanted to do it because it's something that interests me and I feel I'm very passionate about it. So today's video is all about shared parental leave. So I will talk a bit about my experiences with it and why I'm so passionate about it, and I will explain a bit more about it throughout the whole video. But before I start talking about shared parental leave, it is blooming warm in the UK at the moment. It is hot, the sun is shining on my face. I've got my Diet Coke here, don't worry, I'll recycle this. The baby's asleep upstairs, so I've got to film this video pretty quick. I'm in a bit of a different setting. This is what we call our nice sofa. No one ever really sits on it. So let me know what you think of this setting, whether you want me to film in here more. If you go watch my other videos. I normally film in like my office area. But I will now get cracking. So shared parental leave is when the father can take time off work, you can take paid time off work. Put your teeth in back in, Katie. So you can take paid time off work, and then the mum goes back to work. So he takes its time off work that the mum doesn't use up. So shared parental leave allows dads to be able to have time off work and spend more time with their children, which is something that dads have been wanting for years. For a while, they were only able to qualify for 2 weeks parental leave, and they felt there was a lot of pressure on mums to have up to a year off of their first child's life. And although some mums like to do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, and still so many mums are, it gives parents a little bit of variation and options. So this is no way a video trying to say mums should go back to work or mums should stay at home with their kids. This is just explaining what shared parental leave is and giving some more clarification and some options to parents who may think they've got no options. I'm all for equality, and I think this is what I'm trying to get across in this video, is that there is something out there that makes it a lot more equal in a way. So shared parental leave, you have to be eligible for it. So there is an eligibility criteria. So if you go on the government website, I can't remember what the whole website is, but I will leave the link in the description box below, or if you search on Google shared parental leave, it will come up with the government website. So you can check on there. It's like a calculator, and if you put in how long you've worked at a certain company, how much you earn, how much partner earns, it will tell you whether you're eligible for shared parental leave. That's what me and my partner did, and we found it really useful, and then we could go from there for what we wanted to do. So you have to be eligible to be able to claim shared parental leave and shared parental pay. So we'll go into them a bit more, but I will tell you what the eligibility criteria is. So to be eligible for shared parental leave, you must have been employed by the same employer for 26 weeks by the end of the 15th week before your due date. That sounds really complicated, but if you go on the government website and put in your due date and when you started at your company, where you work, it will tell you how long you've worked there and whether you're eligible. So I'll go into my experiences in a wee minute, but I will tell you my experiences in a second. So, and also you have to have worked for the same employer throughout your whole shared parental leave, and you have to live in the UK as well. So my experiences were that I started working for my employee. I'm not going to go into who I work for, but I started working for my employer just as soon as I found out I was pregnant. They were really good throughout my whole pregnancy. I can't fault them, but legally I didn't qualify for shared parental leave because I hadn't worked there for long enough. I think I missed it by a few weeks. So I didn't qualify for shared parental leave, sadly enough. I didn't qualify for maternity pay from my employer, but I did qualify for maternity pay from the government. So that is what I've been living on since I've been on maternity leave. and I qualified for maternity leave as well. So I'm not going to go too much into maternity leave because that's like a whole, we'll be here forever. So I left in February and I'm going back in July, so I'm not taking my whole time off. We figured out that because my partner Andy had been working at the same company for over 8 years, he was definitely entitled to shared parental leave. So we're going to talk about the 3 different options. So the first one is that you both qualify for shared parental pay if you both work for the same company or different companies. You've both been employed by your employer for 26 weeks before the end of the 15th week before your due date. Then you're both qualified for shared parental leave. Even if you're self-employed, you can still be eligible. So this means that you can both be off at the same time. So say, for example, this is an example. So to say I qualified for shared parental pay, I had taken 10 weeks of my leave off, but I still had 40 weeks left of my leave left. So me and Andy could have then decided that we both wanted to take some time off together. We both would have been then on shared parental pay, and we would be able to have, say, 10 weeks off. So you want to take 20 weeks off together, we would be able to take 20 weeks off, and then either I could take the rest of the time off on my own, or Andy could have the rest of the time off in his own as shared parental leave, or we both could decide to go back to work and put our child in nursery or work with family. Or if we both qualified, we could have split it into blocks. So Andy could have taken some time off, I would have gone back to work. I could have done, if I told my employer that I'm going to go then take some more time off after a few weeks, Andy then returns to work. As long as my employer agrees to that, I can take blocks of leave as long as it's in that first year of the child's life. The mother must take at least 2 weeks off, and then I think if you work in a factory you have to take 4 weeks off, but I think most mums take more than that off. And then if, say, that was me and I wanted to go back to work and Andy qualified for shared parental leave, then he could take the rest of the time off, and he would get paid shared parental pay. The next option is if I qualified but Andy didn't. Unfortunately, if I qualify, there's no way that the father can take, or Andy can take, any leave except for the 2 weeks parental leave that they're entitled to right at the beginning after the birth. I can just take the full maternity leave that I'm entitled to if I choose to. After that I have to find alternative care. And then the final option is if the mother doesn't qualify for shared parental leave and the father qualifies, which is what we are doing, which is our situation. So as I don't qualify but Andy does, I am returning to work after 5 months of leave, and Andy is going to be taking 2 months off, and he will be getting paid shared parental pay, and I will be going back to work. Some people may be asking, but why don't you want to have time off with your baby? Why don't you want to spend that quality time with your child? I can't believe you're a horrible mother, blah blah blah. That brings me on to why dads might want to be at home with their mums. Nope, dads don't want to be at home with their mums. Why dads want to be at home with their babies. So it's an excellent time for dads to bond with their babies. I mean, they don't really have that much time in those first 2 weeks. It's all quite emotional, and learning how to change nappies and feeding, and you're just trying to get sleep whenever you can. So it's quite nice when the dads can take that time off because you've got your routine, you've got it down. They can spend time with baby doing things that you couldn't do right at the beginning. They've got more of a personality, and it's just a nice time to bond. You've had that time to bond, and now it's dad's turn. why shouldn't they be able to do it? And sometimes you just want to have adult conversation. That's not every day, but sometimes it's the reality. Sometimes you feel a bit resentful when the dad gets to go to work and you're left at home watching Teletubbies. It does get a bit hard, and some days are like that, but that's like not all the time, and that's just one of the reasons. And another reason is, personally, in our reason, is that I earn more money than my partner, Andy. So I'm not going to say how much it is, but I earn more in the job that I do. So it makes more sense, financial sense, for me to go back and be able to support us. So, and there's, I'm sure, lots of other reasons why dads should do it. We're living in a world where we're striving for equality, and I think this is definitely one of the things which is there. We should brace it where we can, even if it's only for a month, a couple of months. We should definitely use this at our disposals. If we qualify for it, why shouldn't we use it? I'm a big advocate for it. I think that women are expected to stay at home and look after the baby. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but sometimes that's not the be all and end all of life. Sometimes you want to go out and do other things, and I think that we're made to think we have to just have a baby attached to our hips, when actually we're a living, breathing thing who doesn't want to just be stuck at home 24/7. And also, it's our legal right. I'll come to that in a bit. Legal right. So the pay is £145.18 a week, or 90% of your pay, whichever one is the lowest one. So dads and mums pay the same, and except for mums who, if they qualify for maternity pay from their work, that is 90% of their wages for the first 6 weeks, which men don't qualify for at the moment. So it's not a lot, but it's not forever either, and you get a chance to bond with your baby for a little bit, which is lovely, and you can't put a price on that, I don't think. I'm back. My little cherubina's woken up. Hi. Statutory maternity leave is 50 weeks. So if you're splitting that between you can split it, so you qualify, you can split it between yourselves for any time up to that. So say you took 40 weeks and then your partner took 10 weeks. As long as you can split it however you like, as long as you don't go over the 50 weeks, and then it's unpaid leave. I go back to work soon, and Andy's going to be taking shared parental leave. I'm there, and he's very excited about getting to spend time with this little one. Mwah. He is, and I'm excited to be going back. Nervous and sad that I won't get to spend time with this little one every day. No. No. So, sit you there. Sit you there while we say goodbye. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm going to end the video here. Remember, it is your legal right to claim shared parental leave. I'm a big advocate for it. If you've got any questions, leave them below. I'll try and answer them. I'm not an expert. I just think we should all be taking some at least of it. If you qualify, both qualify for shared parental leave, I would definitely advocate you take at least a couple of weeks off at the same time. I very much recommend that you go check out the government website, and they have a lot more information on there. And yes, thank you very much for watching my video. It's been a lot of rambling. The baby's woken up. It's very hot and sweaty. I'm gonna go cool myself down, finish my Diet Coke, and play with this one. So I will see you next time for another video. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe as well for more videos, and give us a like if you have liked it and if you found it informative. I will see you next Tuesday for another upload. Bye bye, bye bye.